For me, there is no way AEW can end their biggest show in North America by Jon Moxley walking off with that world championship still in a briefcase. And we don't see it. There is no way. The moment Hangman Adam Page wins against Jon Moxley and opens that briefcase, they should even do some effects where some gold lighting comes out of that briefcase as he raises the AEW World title. The men's Owen Cup final. My God, what a match. And it could have really gone either way. And I never had Hangman Page winning, but boy, I really felt it when Hangman Page won. Like, just this guy, as we have all said and acknowledged, he is the main character of AEW. And this was his stage, this was his moment, and it makes sense to send the cowboy to Texas to retrieve the AEW World title. Now, before I get any more deeper into this, like the promo between Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page on the Go Home show, the Dynamite show before Double or Nothing, was absolutely fantastic. Like, it was sensational. It just put the AEW World title on a pedestal, and it just made it seem like, you know, we both understand the assignment here. Like, yes, we have to go up against each other, and it's not like we're best of friends, but, you know, we are cordial to an extent. We are civil, but we know the bigger assignment here is that we have to go and retrieve the AEW World title. And that's what this final was all about. That's what this battle was all about. I was so intrigued to see the outcome because the AEW World title was the most important thing. It was the most important thing from this match, from this duel between these two. And when Hangman Adam Page got that final win over Will Ospreay, it just felt like, wow. Will was the one that was really driving the whole, you know, even if you do it or I do it, we've got to be in each other's backs. We've got to take that title back from the Death Riders. But when Hangman done it, you know, following back to his words of, you know, his wife thinks he's unrecognizable, his children, he needs to return to being the man he needed to be for those people. By winning the AEW World title, you know, it's just absolutely like, it's chills, you know, all of that kind of stuff, because like this is pro wrestling at its best, like really high level storytelling. And you know, this is from a tournament final. This isn't like even a long-term feud between these two. It's just a tournament final. And yeah, absolutely great stuff from these guys. But like I say, Hangman Adam Page will take on Jon Moxley at All In Texas for the AEW World title. And I am really looking forward to this. Now, we have some time till we get there, 6 weeks to be exact. And we know AEW, once they have these matches set for another 6 weeks time, sometimes the storytelling waves left, it waves right, and we don't quite nail it week to week. But I feel with Hangman Adam Page, we have a lot to do and a lot to tell. Like, he, for me, well, let me put it like this. Will he win? I would say yes. I would say Hangman Adam Page will win that match. That is my early prediction. Jon Moxley and Darby Allin, we thought once upon a time was the direction for this show. And I've never been on board with that because I just don't believe Darby Allin as a world champion. Let alone he's obviously been successful in his climb to Mount Everest, which is brilliant, but I just don't care, you know? I just don't care. It's not for me. And Jon Moxley going up against a Will Ospreay or Hangman Adam Page was way more interesting to me. Granted, now we have Hangman Adam Page. And I just feel through recent weeks, we saw the Ops take the trios titles off the Death Riders. We saw a fantastic Anarchy in the Arena match where they fell again. The Death Riders and the Elite, they didn't get the job done. And we saw Swerve and the other good guys, you know, carry that mantle. And I just feel like this is now the destruction of the Death Riders. We're now seeing them go downhill when it's not going to work out for them. And losing the world title at All In will be the final straw. We need that to happen. We need to see the demise of this group that has run riot on AEW from the back end of 2024 and annoyed a lot of people. You know, I just feel like this is like the glorious end. I think over the next 6 weeks, we're going to see a lot of crowd swell for Hangman Adam Page. And Will Ospreay, I won't be surprised if as soon as Dynamite this week, he comes out and says, you know what, I didn't get the job done, but now we all need to be in Hangman's corner. We all need to be in Hangman's corner because he needs to end this sort of thing, and it'll be sticking true to Will's words of no matter which one of us is going into battle with Jon Moxley, we have to have the other person's back sort of thing. And I think Will is in a better position to do that because it's just like, wow, look at this guy. He's a stand-up guy. He stuck to his word. And when Will eventually does become that world champion figure for AEW, it will mean even more because he lost his opportunity. You saw how gutted Will was after the match, but Will stuck to his word and he's leading the charge to back Hangman into this battle at Texas. And we'll see maybe Hangman and the likes of Chris Daniels, reacquaint. And I think that's important there because, that's when we really knew Hangman, he's off the rails, If he can disrespect someone like Christopher Daniels, someone that, storied history between the two of them, and they told it, whilst on TV, I thought, yeah, like this guy, he lost it at this point. I mean, I think before that he had already burnt down Swerve's house. So this will definitely need to happen. And talking about Swerve Strickland, that was the man that got the final pin in the Anarchy in the Arena match. He's the one where once the faces won, it was his music that was blaring in the back. I don't think that was done by coincidence. I think that was done by design. Swerve Strickland has now played his part in the demise of the Death Riders. So Swerve will also, be probably alongside Ospreay to some degree, leading the charge for Hangman Adam Page to go and get the job done. Swerve has already acknowledged the part he played in driving Hangman crazy to the fact Hangman went and burnt down his house. He's acknowledged it. Him and Hangman may not ever really be besties. Like, I don't think we're expecting that of them. But I think with Swerve playing his role in the finish of Anarchy in the Arena, I think that's him saying, Hangman, look, I've cleared this path. Now you go and get the job done. You go and bring back that AEW world title. Like, there is no way Hangman Adam Page won't have the support of everyone, apart from obviously the Death Riders and the Elite, in this journey that he's got. I really do feel like Hangman Adam Page should have the whole of AEW behind him. And it will be a fantastic moment when he topples Jon Moxley at All In. I really do think it's going to be an important and integral moment. For me, there is no way AEW can end their biggest show in North America by Jon Moxley walking off with that world championship still in a briefcase and we don't see it. There is no way. The moment Hangman Adam Page wins against Jon Moxley and opens that briefcase, they should even do some effects where some gold lighting comes out of that briefcase as he raises the AEW World title. And the crowd will go crazy because we haven't seen that title since what? September? October last year? Or like something crazy like that. Like, we have not seen it since he won it and put it in a bag and walked out. So I think it'll be absolutely phenomenal if we do see a moment like that. The briefcase is open, the world title is revealed, Hangman can hold it aloft. That's what it's about. That's what it's about for me. Like, that is how you end your biggest show on North American soil. That is how you end your biggest show of the year with your biggest baby face, your main character unveiling the AEW world title. It's written. But for me, Hangman won't win the world title. He won't beat Jon Moxley if he doesn't, reconcile with these people first and we don't see that crowd swirl behind him. And of course, we could see everyone, behind him and they don't do it. Moxley still retains, almost like Drew McIntyre against Roman Reigns, almost like Cody Rhodes against Roman Reigns. But I feel like AEW, they're onto something again. This is more like the AEW we all fell in love with back in 2019, 2020. They're doing the right things. They're calling the shots at the right time. I really do think like this is the moment. But make Hangman over the next 6 weeks go over that journey. Make him reacquaint with these people and get the backing from these people and, gas him up, send him into battle to go retrieve that world title from Jon Moxley.